Welcome back to the show. I'm the Beer Adventurer.
I'm Dunbar.
And on this episode, we've got one from Firestone Walker. Dunbar brought back the chocolate cherry stout. So Firestone Walker's from California. This is a 5.5. And I've never had this one. I've seen it online and I wanted it. Luckily, he showed up with it and I'm super stoked. Oh my God, that smells good. Oh yeah. I'm a hard pour. Give me a nice little head there. I smell the cherry. I smell the cherry. I got a little bit because I've got a camera person today. So I'll shoot this over for the camera person. There we go. All right. Okay, you just immediately smell just dark. Just dark.
That's smooth.
I like the underlying cherry. The chocolate is kind of playing the bass note. It's very mild. I even get a slight piney note. I think that might be the hop. It's not got an overly hop flavor. The thing about the cherry, it doesn't taste like cherry syrup. It tastes like eating a cherry. So I think that's definitely helpful. I think the cherry candy is good for candy, not for cooking. I think it's kind of interesting that it is very smooth without having the mouthfeel of, say, like a milk stout or an oatmeal stout.
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing. It's not just, well, like the mouthfeel. It's not real thick. It's not heavy.
No, it's smooth, but it's not velvety like you'll get with the oatmeal stout, or even having the lactic acid from the milk stout.
Lactose, sugar, yeah.
Not lactic acid. That's what makes you tired. Lactose. So the milk sugar, that tends to give that more creamy, rich flavor. But this one's just smooth. But it actually kind of comes off with a little crispness. Which I think a lot of good stouts have been missing that lately. They don't have that crispness. Everybody's going for the very rounded, smoothed off.
Yeah, this is very, I don't know, I'd say dry instead of sweet with a lot of mouthfeel like you see a lot of stouts. I'd call it dry stout. I may be wrong. May have to read into it a little more, but yeah.
But as I've said before, a lot of times we don't go into a whole lot of research on these because we kind of like to go in with an open mind. If you've researched a stew out of it, you're already going to make in your head what you think it should taste like. And if it doesn't taste like that, then you get upset. At least I do. I've had one or two things from Firestone Walker, and I've been pleased. I would say living in Tennessee, it is harder to get. Well, it was funny. I got my first ones down in Florida, but I mean it's a tourist area. There's a lot of beers that wind up in tourist areas before they wind up in other areas, just because somebody's there and they want their beer.
Distribution.
Yeah, I did notice it's more of a red stout than a brown stout, which I don't know if that's part of what might be making it so crisp. As I've said before, I'm not a brewer. I hope to play around with that with some of the brewery guys that I know that can kind of humor me and keep me from completely messing up a batch of beer. But I'm really pleased with this. Actually, a little more so than I anticipated. Some of the stouts that are like the fruit stouts. There's been a couple of those fruit stouts where I was just like, I'm glad I had that one. Probably never try it again. I don't think this is... Now, If you're enjoying this video, if you hit the like button, not only does it show us you care, it helps out, kind of helps the algorithm, gets that out there. Now, if you're enjoying the videos, we'd also love to have you part of the team. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do these 3 times a week. If there's something you'd like to talk about this one, let's go at it down there in the comments. Or maybe there's another Firestone Walker beer that you'd like me to look for. I love to talk to all the people down there in the comments. Whatever I can find, I'll try to put down there in the description. In that description while you're down there, you'll also see some links to my Untapped and, merch store and stuff like that. Take a peek, see if there's something you like. Let us know if there's something that's missing that you'd like to see. But let's go ahead and get down to it. I think we've discussed this one about as far as I know to today. Yeah. First and foremost, always the most important part of our review. Did you dig it?
Yes.
I did. I thought I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Would you have another? I would.
If I could find one. It does say limited release.
Yeah.
So
something to keep an eye out for. Well, that I kind of jumped just ahead. Does that have any seekability? I think, yeah, especially with a limited one. With it not being in our market and being a limited release, it's something that we'll just have to keep our eyes out for. Is it Pick 6 worthy? Most definitely. If you're a stout fan, at least drop one in there. If you're like a stout aficionado, I just like to use that word every now and then, go ahead and grab the 6-pack, because this one I think will be a crowd pleaser. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1's the lowest, 10 is the highest. This is a solid 8 for me.
I was going to say 8.5. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, and the camera person shaking their head in agreement with our 8s. So there you have it. Until your next beer adventure. Cheers.